You don't have to leave for that. I just did that on accident. Soul Chorus Kappa. Oh my god. Let's go! It's 300 to 1! I didn't even know that! Oh my god. Let's go! Let's go! I didn't even know! Let's go! Yo, give me my divine orbs, bro! Yes, please. It made like $100. I don't know how much. I don't know how much these cost. I'm guessing nothing, but I never. Come on, man. Come on, man. There's no reason to not run this. Forum, how you doing? How you be? Top to the AB. And I figured I'd just go ahead and stream this. I've done this like 4 times and I've messed up every single time. So I figured I'd go ahead and just stream it and call it a day. So essentially what this is for basically people who are playing Warrior. I know times are tough. Christmas just happened. I know you're broke in the game. So I figured this would be kind of how you make money in Path of Exile 2 as a Warrior Titan. Ironically, a Warrior Titan in the bunker playstyle, which is basically essentially the build that I created, and that playstyle makes you the most money. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? It certainly wasn't me. Essentially, if you actually follow this, you can pretty much create like a revenue stream where you're pretty much making 1 divine orb an hour. I'm not kidding you. I'm not joking you. You make like 20 exalts a run. Like, it's stupid. It's very, very stupid because the things that are a part of your kit are just natural to you, but that's things that other people will struggle with, like elements and stuff like that. You run physical. So there's a lot of different things that will happen that makes it so that it's super, super easy for you to run and farm and make a ton of money on it. I kill it. Like I've done this like 100 times, bro. Like I've made so many divine orbs off. My gear is loaded, bro. So there's a lot of stuff that you can get from this. And on top of that, what's crazy about it, you don't need a lot of gear. You just need the bunker playstyle, because basically the bunker, what it is essentially, it is a slow way of killing mobs without having to get involved. So basically, if you get overran, you can put down a shield wall, Hammer of the Gods, Sunder. Early levels, your Sunder will have upheaval, and it will kill everything. Nothing survives that. And then you can shield wall Sunder, shield wall Sunder, shield wall Sunder until a Hammer of the Gods comes down. Now, you only Hammer of the Gods on rare mobs. Everybody else will die by Sunder. So this is going to be a walkthrough of essentially how I run things and how I have this set up. And so basically give you an idea of how you can make this kind of money is basically showing you. I figured I might as well stream it. So let's go. So let me make sure everything else is working great. I'm pretty sure it probably is. If not, I don't really care. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and go. Forget it. All right, let's go ahead and get it going here. I did turn down the volume a little bit so that we can kind of talk. Alrighty, so very first one. You have the Volatile Fiends. Monsters really deadly volatiles on death. This is a bad one. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. This is like a 3. Or maybe a 4. It's not bad if you remember it. It's bad in round 1 because you'll forget about it. And then all of a sudden they'll all hit you and you'll blow up and die. So Volatile Fiends is cool on level 7 or 8 or 9. It's not cool on level 1. And then the other one is Critical Hits, which you don't want ever. Critical Hits is also a 3. You know, you can survive the first one because so in this build here, you have almost capped block chance. So you want to have a really high block chance and you want to have pretty decent armor. Anything over 50% is good. And then on top of that, you also are getting your healing through life on block. You get your heals through leech. You get your heals through time of need. You're getting healing. Passive healing is not just life regeneration. You have multiple ways of healing yourself. That's why things like Flask, which is the last one, doesn't really bother you too much. Flask and Charm charges on death. So basically it doesn't generate any flash charges. Please be aware, while in it, you can't teleport out, but as soon as you finish one trial, you can teleport. So just teleport, reheal, redo all your flasks, and then just go to the next trial. There's nothing that says you can't teleport out. You just can't teleport out now. But once you beat everything, you can teleport out immediately. So my Sunder is like 90% physical. Only time that you see it actually dealing fire damage is when it is infused with Infernal Cry. So I Infernal Cry Stampede, I Seismic Cry Sunder. So I just kind of stampede around for all these rare magic mobs and lower level mobs, and it's pretty straightforward. The first one is usually going to be pretty easy. it doesn't really do a whole lot, and they don't do a whole ton of damage. But what you'll notice here is I have a lot of rare mobs, more than you normally would see here. If you don't have any rarity find, you might find 1, maybe 2 rare mobs, and this is going to be a lot easier for you. But on higher levels, you'll get more rarity packs. Not higher levels, I'm sorry, but with increased rarity to item find, you'll start to see more rare mobs. So that's why. And so now he's stunned. Bam. Well, tried to, but I didn't do that right. So that's my fault. He caught me off guard. I didn't expect to see a rare here. This is my first time running with rarity to item find, and I was starting to see way more mobs. Not that it's bad or anything, because you basically get all this good gear. But yeah, it's a totally different thing. So rarity to item find, instead of it actually just helping you, you know, get more rare item drops, that's not what it does. It does everything. It's rarity to mobs found, it's rarity to anything in the game. So basically your chances of getting a rare mob, your chances of getting a unique item, all of that, it affects everything. It's crazy. I didn't know it was this good. I thought it was like terrible, but you immediately notice a difference the moment you put anything like 30% or more in rarity to item find. The moment you do that, you notice it. So yeah, it's pretty good. Alrighty, and let me make sure while this is running here, let me go ahead and just reset it. I think it's fine though.
Don't get overconfident just because you beat the first rule.
Alrighty, I'm sorry, let me go back real quick. Alright, it's cool. So you have skill speed, you have blood, and then you have critical. So for this one here, I chose skill speed. Skill speed can be a problem, but it's generally not. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 5. So it's not bad. It's just that skill speed also affects the bosses. So it increases the chances of the bird to go tornado on you quicker. So that can be a problem, but if you get them earlier on, it probably isn't a problem, but at later stages, it can be a problem. So just bear witness. If you had already chosen skill speed, the bird will go tornado almost instantly sometimes. So sometimes you can just get a really bad roll. If he goes, so basically, when we get to the bird, I'll explain how to fight him, but essentially, he's a little bit quicker on his move set. So just bear that in mind. But outside of that, everything else is cool. So it's better than all these other options. The reason why you don't want to go critical hit is because it has a level 2. And its level 2 is that all hits are critical hits. It's worse. So anything that you pick that has a level 2, you will see level 2. That's pretty much the way it is. So if you pick something that has a level 2, you will see the level 2 of it. That's just the way it works. And so for this here, the level 2 of this is always critical hits. So you never want to pick this early because you'll keep seeing it over and over and over again. Alrighty, so we're just gonna keep on going here. Clean my glasses. I don't know how many times I've done this. I've done this like 4 times now. Okay, so this room is pretty straightforward. So for this room here, you just kind of stampede around and just kill everything when you run into a rare bunker. Pretty straightforward. And then I'll show you what I mean when I say bunker. So basically put up a shield wall and see everybody who gets close to it, they die by the sunder. These mobs can't hurt me, so I'm just playing with them. Shield wall, sunder. This is how you protect your sunder. So if your sunder is slow, it doesn't matter because your sunder is going to be slow at lower levels. So you don't need a surrenderer shield. Pay no mind to the shield or the gear that I have. You will have this gear too, I promise you, in like a day. So it doesn't matter. You're going to have the exact same stuff, bro. Just do the build and then play the sunder playstyle so you can protect yourself and you'll have the same gear, bro. It really isn't that hard. It's not complicated, doesn't need a lot of gear, it doesn't need anything. You just shield wall to protect yourself so that you can pop sunder. And if your sunder's super slow, like if it's lethargic slow, pop your shield wall will stay up for about 8 seconds. So it gives you another, like, so basically Hammer of the Gods, 3 seconds, Sunder, 3 seconds. So Hammer of the Gods and then Sunder, by the time they both land, it'll be 6 seconds, shield still up, everything's cool. So you do want to get levels on your shield wall because of that, because of the fact that you use it for life. So the higher it is, the more life it has. So you definitely do want to have high shield wall, like 6,000, 7,000, somewhere in that area, whatever double your health is. All right, so that one's pretty straightforward. Just stampede around. Nothing's stopping me right now. There's nothing that the mobs can do really because I killed them when they first spawned. So if you're slow like me, whenever you first start, which you almost certainly will be. Let me pause this real quick. So if you're slow like me, which you almost certainly will be, you premeditate all your moves. So you know they're coming out, start your Stampede. You know they're coming out, start your Sunder. You know they're coming out, kill everything, and then as they're coming down, sunder them. You see what I'm saying? So basically you just premeditate. So basically the only thing that's stopping you is premeditation. You just have to premeditate your moves when you're slower, and that makes the playstyle a little bit less quick. And like if you're coming from PoE 1, like I came from a Cyclone Slayer, and so he was really, really quick, and everything he did was reactive. This is premeditated. Everything you do is premeditated. So on this one here, you have the Vol Machinations, which basically puts out a Thunder Wave when you get close. You have Chaos Damage 20%, and you have Ruin. Ruin is cool at higher levels. Ruin is terrible at lower levels because it only takes 7 for you to just wipe. And so at round 3, you do not want Ruin. At round 9, Ruin is cool because here's the thing about Ruin. Ruin is slow. So basically Ruin is just basically a ghost that kind of tracks you, and whenever it gets close, it'll hit you with a melee attack, and if it hits you, it puts a Ruin mark on you. After 7, you get kicked out. But the thing about Ruin, you can go right through him. So like, for example, if you're stampeding around, you can stampede through him, and by the time he actually gets ready to hit you, it's too late. You're already past him. So he's that slow. But his level up is way faster, and he's now faster than you because you're the slowest person. Your weakness is slow. So for the Ruin guy, you don't want to pick him at early levels because you're guaranteed to see him again at level 2. And so you don't want to do that. So if you pick him at like level 9, level 8, past level 7, it's cool. If you already beat the bird, it's probably cool. It's just, it all depends on where the bird is, and it all depends on how low it is. If it's like level 3, level 4, you don't want to see him. So the other two options are way better. And chaos damage plus 20% doesn't matter because you're chaos capped. All right, just kind of running through this one. This one used to scare me, the Val cores, because I didn't know where they were, and I was worried about getting overwhelmed, but it's really not that bad. Now, the people above you can fire from above, so please bear that in mind. It can be kind of annoying with that. But overall, it's pretty straightforward. So you need to bring down that tower so that you can actually run across. But I'm just kind of going through to see if there's anything else. Just killing anything that gets in my way. Pretty straightforward. So basically, Shield Rush, Stampede. Shield Rush, Stampede. I kind of alternate depending on how much distance I need to travel. Making sure it's not that way, and then going for here. All right, so right here, I know there's mobs over here. So I pre-charged that Stampede a little bit further than normal. The reason why is because I run Aftershock or After Effects, or however you want to call it, Adobe After Effects. I run After Effects or Aftershock, and when I run Aftershock, there's a 70% chance that I'm going to generate an explosion, and an explosion follows you. So even if I Stampede further back, by the time I roll into them, my explosion, the after effect, will hit them and kill them. That's why I did it that way, because I thought that I would probably have a Aftershock, but I didn't. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. See? All right, so you just bring down the switch. I like that they turned it into like a little bit of a puzzle to make you sweat a little bit, but it's still not that complicated. Once you take the Val cores, just bear in mind that they will kind of chase after you a little bit. I did want to kind of kill that Triceratops because he can be a pain, but as soon as you get on this platform, throw a Hammer of the Gods on it because it's going to spawn mobs, and you could just kill them like that. My Hammer of the Gods has Lacerate, so it'll put a bleed on them as well. So even if they survive it, they won't survive the Lacerate. And Corrupted Blood, which is also a thing. But the Corrupted Blood, I don't think it's on Hammer of the Gods. I think it's on Infernal Cry. All right, and there's my last Val Soul Core. And you just kind of run through. Once you have the third one, just run. And now, of course, Stampede if they get in your way, but run Stampede. The reason why is that it puts a little dot on you. If you look here, let's go back a tap it. You see that 37, 38, that dot is basically taking a little bit of your health the longer you keep it. So you don't want to sit there and try to farm it because the dot will kill you. So just be careful. I wouldn't go over like, you know, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds or something like that. Then you'll notice, you'll look at your health and you'll notice it'll be at half health and be like, what hit me? It'd be like one of those kind of situations. I've done that before. So because I have no flask, they give you wells every time you go to a boss. So, but you can leave. So please bear in mind, if before the actual trial starts, you can actually just teleport out and then recharge your flask. Okay, bird boss. As soon as he comes in, hammer and sunder. Right in his face. Do not run right now. And I broke his shield and he's dead. Okay? Let's talk about it, right? So if you cannot break his shield after that hit right in his face, get out of the way. Because he might go tornado on you, depending on what level. Now, the reason why we do it directly in his face, because if you're further from him, he's going to do more ranged moves. If you're close to him, there's a pretty good shot he's going to try to melee you, which is exactly what we want, right? Because melee damage hits our armor, and it's a damage reduction, right? So we want to get as close as humanly possible to stop him from going tornado. So if we're close to him, he may not go it. But if we hammer of the gods and sunder, and he has like half shield or half stun, bro, get the hell out of there. Just get out of there. So just start it to range him at that point, because you're too close at that point. As soon as he goes tornado, you're dead. So at that point, just get out of the way. But if he's on the verge of going into stunlock, go ahead and stunlock him. That way you can go ahead and get off a charged critical sunder and kill him. But if you're not there yet, it's okay. Just hammer of the gods, sunder, get out of the way, and range sunder him until he goes into his tornado phase. When he goes into his tornado phase, you use your shield charge to get out of it. But he's a football player. Imagine playing football and this is a circle. So if you're playing football and you're the running back, the defensive end or defensive tackle, whoever is going after you, is going to take an angle to you. He is going to take an angle to you. So it's better to let him get close, and then shield away, and then shield charge away. Because if you shield charge away, he's going to take this angle and you're dead. Does that make sense? So the further away he is from you, the more you wait for him to get closer. So wait for him. So don't panic. If he goes into the thing, you already got some space between you two. So if he's right here and his tornado is right here and you're right here, wait, boom. Okay? If he's right here and you panic and you shield charge away, he's right here. You're dead. That's the problem. Sometimes if you're too close, or if there's machinations and things in the way that are blocking you, and he does the tornado right here, it's okay to go slightly through him. Because you're going so fast, it's only going to do a little bit of damage, especially if you have flasks that have like 20% or 30% instant heal. You can just pot right through the tornado and it'll be fine. What you don't want to do is take bad angles. So like if he's here and you go here, he's here. If he's here and you go here, he's here. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to take bad angles. It is exactly like football. This is a football stadium. If this is a football stadium, bro, do not take bad angles, because if you take bad angles, he will fuck you up every time. That's just the way it works. And it's great because people are afraid of this bird, and that's the reason why people don't come back. But that's how you make money. So you have to master this bird. If you master this bird, you'll make money 24/7. But if the bird kills you every time, do not panic. Do not feel discouraged. Just learn him. Do not charge him immediately. As soon as he goes tornado and you got space, let him get close. And then when he gets close enough that it feels a little uncomfortable, probably around here, because he might start actually doing some damage to you, then you teleport away. Or you sprint away. So you can go this way with it because he's already close. But if he's like right here and right here, he's going to take a better angle. It is what it is. And then you might have to burn your other shield charge, which is fine. It's just that you don't want him to be that close to you taking that good of an angle, because it's a wind up even for your shield charge, right? So that's the reason why you do it. So you just want, when he goes into that tornado phase, bro, do not panic. Wait for him to get a little bit closer to you, and you can still move. Don't get me wrong. You can still move around. So move around, but do not burn your shield charge until you're ready to. And if he's far away, don't burn that shield charge, bro, because as soon as you burn it, he's going to take a better angle and he's going to tear you up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He's still going to be bleeding because you have lacerate on your hammer. So even if he runs away or flies away, he's still going to be taking damage. Alrighty. These are great. Corrupted Blood, 10 out of 10. One of the best ones you can get. And the only reason why Corrupted Blood is 10 out of 10 is because it turns into a merry-go-round when you have Corrupted Blood is not, you're immune to Corrupted Blood. If you have that on the gem tree, similar to Path of Exile 1, if you have it on the either the gem tree or you have it on your belt, the unique belt, I used to run the unique belt because there was only one Exalt. It was really cheap. And on top of that, the unique belt comes with strength. So what you do for this build, do not put any resistances in your belt. You want to have all your resistances and all your resistances capped without the belt. That way you can swap out the belt 24/7. Or if you do have resistances in your belt, that's cool. Just go ahead and make sure you get the gem that makes it so that you're immune to Corrupted Blood. You have to have immune to Corrupted Blood because without it, you'll just die. So Corrupted Blood is the best one here. All of these are good, by the way. So elemental resistances, which is the third one there. Elemental resistances basically makes it so that they have 40% increased elemental resistance. This is why you don't run fire or lightning or whatever, any other element. You just run physical. Who cares? Like, this doesn't bother you at all. So because my Stampede is physical, the only thing that makes it fire is Infernal Cry, but it's not that much damage. It's not like I'm running 70% of your damage is now fire. I'm not running that. Everything I do is darn near physical. So it's not a big deal that they do this. So that's the reason why this becomes a 10 out of 10. So the elemental resistance is a 10 out of 10. If you're running fire for everything, then it's terrible for you. It's like a 0. But if you're running what I'm doing, which is this physical build, then it's a 10 out of 10. The second one, buffs last 30% shorter, and then the afflictions last longer. This is only a problem if you chose bleed poison. If you chose bleed poison, this will kill you because it makes bleed poison last longer. You have to wait on time of need to heal you or to cleanse you, essentially. So now you're waiting on time of need, and time of need may not get there in time to cleanse you. So that's the only time that is a problem. Outside of that, it's great. So on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 6 out of 10. It's pretty good. As long as but when you combine it with bleed and poison, then it becomes like a 2 or a 1. It's really bad, bro. As soon as they hit you and you start to be poisoned, you can't even stop it. You have to pray that time of need hits and cleanses you. It becomes a huge pain in the butt, bro. Like, it's still bleeding you. Like, it's a longer tick. The tick lasts longer. It lasts for 10 seconds instead of like 4. Like, it's really bad. And Corrupted Blood is the best. So all of these are good. Corrupted Blood is the best. I mean, it does nothing, bro. It's like a straight up merry-go-round. It's great. So I figured I'd do it this way. I was actually just doing the recording, but I figured I might as well stream it. That way I already have the video up on YouTube. So because I have 120% rare find, so I'm getting a lot more rares early. You won't see this. This won't happen too often for you, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it to be hurtful or negative. I'm saying it because it's easier when you don't have so many rare mobs. And this is how you do it. Bam. He's not surviving that. My Sunder hits harder than my Hammer of the Gods. Like, you're not surviving that, especially without upheaval. In earlier levels, when you first started building out the Sunder build, or this Stampede Shield Wall Sunder build, bunker build, we'll call it that. So when you start building out this bunker build, your Sunder has upheaval until Stampede gets strong enough. And so because of that, you would Sunder a lot more often, because and Sunder puts you in the air a lot, so you put down the shield wall to protect you so that you don't get a whole lot of frontal attacks while you are charging up your Sunder. And because you can try to speed up Sunder, bro, but Sunder's always going to be slow, and so you don't want to do that wide open, especially when you go against things like Bubble Boys. Just throw a hammer on him. You see how I did that? I got away, put up a shield wall. Even though he went around it, by the time he got around it, my hammer was on his head. That's how you do it. You slow him down, bro. They're too fast. So when you start to get overran, and it doesn't matter who it is, you put down your shield wall. The moment you feel like they're faster than you, shield wall. You're faster than me, shield wall. We're talking about rare mobs. If the rare mob is faster than you or they can charge you, shield wall. They'll have to go around it or something. Sometimes they'll just sit there. Sometimes they'll go around it, but by the time they go around it, the hammer is already on their head. Even Bubble Boys, because you're slowing him down. The only time the Bubble Boy is a problem is if he spawns on you. Then you got a problem on your hands. But if he doesn't spawn on you, it's a wrap. Shield wall is so good. It is so underrated. But the only reason why it's underrated is because people don't know how to use it. Like, you don't think to use it in this manner. It basically protects you so that you can use all of your long moves. Like, any move that takes a long time to charge, that's what it's for. Alrighty, so this one here, we have Stormcaller runes. This is the best one that you can pick because it has different levels. So as far as the ones that have levels, this is the best. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 8. Maybe a 9. I would call it an 8 because Stormcaller runes at level 2, good. Stormcaller runes at level 1, good. Stormcaller runes at level 3, okay. It's not really bad. It's just that it'll kill you at level 3 if you stay in it for too long, but the other 2 won't kill you. And then the only time that really kills you is if you have Stormcaller runes level 2 and 3 and elemental resistance level 2 and 3. If you have that, then you're dead. But if you don't have that, then it's fine because it doesn't trigger immediately. You can stampede right over it, bro. Like you can stampede on it until it turns super red, then it's gonna fire. But until then, who cares? It's great. And the other one was chaos damage 50%, and the other one was elemental resistance. Of all of those, choose the lightning rune because the lightning rune will go level 2 and level 3. Elemental resistance level 2 can still get you killed if you haven't fought the bird boss yet. But the other ones won't get you killed. So that's the reason why I chose the runes. Runes is great. Runes is great. Runes is great. And if you pick it early, you're gonna see it again at level 2, which makes it even better. Alrighty, so this is the blood one. So essentially, all you're really doing is trying to kill all the mobs inside of the blood circles. This is very straightforward. As you can see, I stampede in, I roll. Stampede, roll. Pretty straightforward. I see the Triceratops, but he's not gonna do much. I know he's not a rare. So this is how you do it for runes. Sure, there's runes everywhere. I don't care. I literally 100% don't care. You can stampede right through them and it won't go off. You see? It just puts one little dot on it, but it doesn't do anything. Runes are great. Great. All right, we got a rare boy. Put down my shield wall. You see how he took a bad angle to me? He's dead. As soon as he saw that shield wall, he went around. And as soon as he did that, he died. That's exactly what you do with shield wall. It's not meant to deal a ton of damage. It's not meant to like kill a bunch of bosses. It's meant to alter their path so they don't charge you. That's what it's meant to do. And as you can see, corrupted blood does absolutely nothing. I'll run right through it. It's a merry-go-round, bro. It can hit you 100 times. It won't do anything. All right, I'm just getting them all in here. I'm just playing with them at this point. Reminder, you do not need Surrenderer. You do not need a strong shield. You just need 75% block chance. You don't have to be 75. I would say anything over 70 is probably cool. 50% armor, 70% block chance, and other types of healing that isn't life regeneration. Cannot be life regeneration because you might choose the one that gives you no life regeneration. Got me? There's one that says no life, mana, or flash regeneration, something like that. And if you choose that one, then your life regeneration gets cut by 40%. And so you don't want that to be the only way you heal. So I don't heal that way. I heal through life on block. And I'm not talking about life on block Surrenderer style. I'm talking about life on block tree style. Like every time that I'll block, it heals me. I had that going for a while before I had the Surrenderer. All right, cool. So this one here, you have Volatile Fiends. Volatile Fiends is on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 3. It's kind of bad, bro. The reason why it's kind of bad is because essentially, if you get in early levels, basically once you kill the mobs, this orb will follow you and you kind of have to move away from it. It's really not that bad. The problem is you'll forget about it. So if you do it around 1, you may go in, charge a group of people, and then not think about it. And by the time you look at your character, he's dead. Because you didn't think to roll out of the way as soon as you charged them, because there's so many levels to this and you might forget. You might be thinking about a different affliction and then this one gets you. That's why I don't like Volatile Fiends. If I get it, it's like at low levels. Like if you get it on level 9, then it goes from a 3 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10, right? Because all you have to do is worry about it on that one level, and the boss, he only does it once, right? Because once you kill him, that's it. So it only happens once at that point. So it's not that big a deal if it's like 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, but it's a huge deal if it's like 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10. So I don't really recommend it. The other one is chaos damage, but this I've already picked chaos damage, so now it's at 50%. That is still fine. But if you're chaos cap, I just choose not to. And then this one is Stormcaller Runes level 2. Stormcaller Runes level 2 is dope. I would say Stormcaller Runes level 1 is like an 8 out of 10. Stormcaller Runes level 2 is like a 7 out of 10. It's the same thing because it doesn't trigger. This is the dragon boss. This is how you kill him. I used to go to the second floor to fight him, but that's stupid. Just fight him where he spawns. So you know what's gonna happen. What do? You premeditate. I don't care if he has that ability. Doesn't matter. Okay, cool. He's almost ready to stun. So now I'm gonna stampede him because my stampede has devastate. Stop that. Seismic Cry, Sunder, you're dead. GG's. The dragon is really easy. You just don't. He doesn't have any time to do anything. So okay. Let's look at what I just did there. All right. So he came in. Same thing that I did with the bird. Hammer of the Gods, Sunder. That is the bread and butter of bunker build. Is Hammer of the Gods, Sunder, and your Hammer of Gods and Sunder hits at the same time. And so I did that, and he was almost on the verge of being stunned. And whenever he does that, you want to go whichever move has devastate. If your basic attack has devastate, my stampede has devastate because I didn't want to go on a tree to get it because it was too many points. So now my stampede has devastate. So my stampede devastate, for those of you who aren't aware, devastate means that whenever you fully break an armor with this skill, or when you break somebody's armor with this skill, it fully breaks them. And then Sunder says, if they're fully broken, I will consume the fully broken armor in order to deal a guaranteed critical hit. My Sunder also has super critical, which says that if I will take 20% of your critical hit chance to give you 100% critical hit damage. So it takes away 20% critical hit chance, but my critical is guaranteed if I do it while consuming their armor. And then I Seismic Cry to empower the Sunder. So it's an empowered Sunder with 200% critical damage and a guaranteed critical hit. The critical hit, the decrease does not affect super critical. I don't see people running super critical a whole lot. I'm not sure how much damage a boost that is, but I already have brutality. I already have upheaval. I already have all the, the main ones that you would pick for Sunder. And the critical, super critical just seemed like the best one to pick. So 200% critical damage he just got hit by, 100% more, so that goes from 100 to 200, and then 200 to 300, so 300% critical damage, 320% because I have some more in my tree. It's a lot, bro. Like Sunder really hits, like you saw his damage, I think it did like 664,000 or something. So we'll just go back real quick. So we went and stampede in, that did 17,000, the explosion did 33, and then 660. So it did 630 damage, and that was the first hit. We're not even talking about the second one. So he got hit by 600. The second one's gonna be damn near 1 million because it's gonna hit twice. The second one does more damage than the first one. So his first one was 600K. His second one's over 1 million. So yeah, you're dead, bro. It's toast. GG's, it's over. So that's how you do it. So especially when you take upheaval off of Sunder and let Sunder just be Sunder, it's great. And then Sunder also has the one that I think is concentrated effect. Basically, it decreases your area of effect, but it increases your area damage by like 40%. So I have that as well. So now it's a straight bossing move and really powerful rear mop move. It's not for anything else. All right, cool. So that's exactly what I use. So basically Sunder goes from being your main skill behind a shield wall to being your bossing move because it hits harder than Hammer of the Gods. But you still use Hammer of the Gods, you just use it with Sunder so that they hit at the same time. So that's essentially how you play that build, how you play that play style, and how you kill bosses. It's absolutely excellent. And I still don't have the, trading skills and all that kind of stuff, the weapon swap. I'll eventually work that in, but you don't need weapon swap for this. I'm not running weapon swap right now. So that gives you an idea of just how easy it is. Alrighty, so now moving on. The dragon boss is really easy. If he goes frost and he tries to freeze the ground and he's on the verge of being stunned, then stampede him. But if he's not on the verge of being stunned, please do not stampede him. You will die. So don't do that. But he goes different levels to kind of avoid you. Just make sure you get to the level that he's on quick enough. That way your stun meter won't go down. So you just have to get to him quick enough so that you can keep building up the stun him, Seismic Cry, Sunder, GG's. You know what I mean? So that's all you have to do for the dragon boss. And if he doesn't die by that first one, or if his stun threshold has gone back down to 0, then just Hammer of the Gods him. So basically every time you see him, Hammer of the Gods, he's gonna go fly away for somewhere. It's gonna take you like 20, 30 seconds to get back to him. Hammer of the Gods. He flies away again. You see him again. Hammer of the Gods. That's pretty much how you do it. And stay away and stay safe. So that's what I used to do to him, but now I just straight kill him. Alrighty, moving on to the next one here. We have super critical, we have stalking shade, and we have chaos damage. I already hit chaos damage earlier, so I think this one's at 50%. So I went ahead and did critical hit because I think, let me go back a little bit. I'm a level 8, so it's by the time it goes to always crit, it'll be level 9. So critical hit at level 8 is okay. I still have my block chance. This is the reason why you need max block chance, because sometimes it may force you into critical hit just because you just don't want ruin. You don't want another reason to lose. But it's not bad. Ruin probably would have been the better option here. I was just choosing something that's a little bit harder just to see what would happen. Just to give you guys an idea, kind of make it sweat a little bit, but it's not going to do much to me. And don't worry about gear, bro. It's not a gear thing. It is a elemental ailments check. That's what this is. See, I'm just kind of ignoring them. It doesn't matter. It's straight up not a gear thing. All the gear that I currently have, you will totally have in like a day. like it's not that hard, bro. Like this right here is gonna make you so much money, it doesn't matter. It makes you more money than anything else in the game, or it's comparable to anything else in the game. If you can make a divine orb a day, bro, like it's a wrap. Or I'm sorry, a divine orb an hour. And you'll see why here in a second. All right, charge the Triceratops, because you know he has that hyper beam. This is a pretty cool skill, by the way. All right, so I just kind of sit here. You can bring up your shield wall if you're worried about their damage. Bring up the shield wall to protect yourself. That's fine too. But I'm not too worried about their damage. As you can see, all of my stampedes are premeditated. This is what you do when you're slow. Sometimes I'll put out a straight up Sunder if they're kind of far away and it's a straight shot. I'll put out a Sunder. Remember, my Sunder doesn't have much AoE because I sacrificed it to do more damage. But my Sunder hits like a tank now. It'll just straight one shot you. It's worse to get hit with Sunder than it is to get hit by Hammer of the Gods, because it'll be 2 Sunders, because the time Hammer of the Gods takes like 6 seconds. And this right here, I'm just kind of showing you my aftershocks. So basically I have aftershock everywhere, including in my ascendancy, I have aftershock. So basically I play with aftershock for Stampede. So it's always aftershocking, and so does Sunder, and then so does Hammer of the Gods. Grasping Vines is cool. So Grasping Vines you won't notice, because when you Stampede, it can't stop you. So I never even noticed Grasping Vines. I don't even know when it's there. I can't even see it. I don't even pay attention to it. Stormcaller Runes level 3, you don't really want that at level 9. It's okay, but I mean, there's better options. Break Defense, if that's cool at level 1, at level 2, I generally don't go for it. Now, the thumbnail, that was because I got a map that said if you sacrifice 3 divine orbs, you can get 6. I don't know how I got that map. It was a random drop. I got that map and I was like, okay, cool. I've gotten the hang of this, of Ultimatum. I'm gonna go ahead and try it, right? So I had 2 divine orbs. I didn't want to give him 3, because if I gave him 3, that would have been all my money and I've been broke. So I gave him 2 divine orbs and I beat it. And so I got 4, and that's what you saw. But yeah, I would say Shield is good. Clasping Vines is good. And Stormcaller Runes is not great. Okay, shield was at 75%, so I didn't go for it. It's not great. And so I went for glass clasping vines, whatever it's called. It doesn't matter. I'm not even sure. Like, I'll try to look and see when it does it, but I don't really know. So same rules apply. We've had the blood before. You just basically stampede roll kind of thing. This is me playing around, but essentially you can basically just stampede roll through it. I was trying to get a rare. Hit him with the Sunder. He was too far away. There's no need to shield wall that. If he's too far away and you know he's going to charge you, hit him with the Sunder. Sunder hits like a truck. Even without crit, it hits like a truck. Once you take off upheaval, it is literally being hit by a actual dump truck. It will tear you a new one. Also, make sure your accuracy is high. My boots, helm, and gloves are all dexterity base, shield dexterity base kind of thing, strength dexterity. And so because of that, it makes it so that I have enough dexterity and accuracy that I can pretty much run whatever I want to. So you saw that they did a little bit of damage to me. Or I might have done damage to myself, I'm really not sure. You eat your health a lot, so it's kind of hard to tell. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that shield. Oh, he got it back too quickly. Or it didn't hit him at all, I don't think. If they get in a straight line, it's a wrap. If they get in a straight line, GG. So yeah, so Sunder just took a back seat to Stampede for AoE clearing, and that's fine, because now Sunder is your strongest move. Not only is your strongest move, it's your strongest ranged move too. When Hammer of the Gods is on cooldown, you just use Sunder. So the reason why I'm getting so much gear is because of the rarity find. I have like 120% increased rarity find. You won't have this, it won't be this bad where it's a bunch of stuff dropping. You won't have anything, and it'll be perfectly fine because it won't be as hard. So it'll be very, very easy for you to make this money. Actually, I think, you know, when I go back and think about it, rarity find might be a negative a little bit if you're in earlier levels, because it'll give you more rare mobs. But in higher levels, when you don't really need the gold as much, then it's fine. And see, it still gives you a well. And if you don't have a well, then you can teleport out as long as you're not in the fight. So this one here, the last one, we have monsters always deal critical hits. That's what the one you want to avoid, because you're getting ready to fight a boss. And then you got Stormcaller Runes level 3, which is bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just not that bad because it's not immediate. It's after a while. And then the last one is stuns, which we're not even going to look at. I don't even know if I'm bringing my mouse over to it. Yeah, there we go. Heart tethers. This is terrible. This is one of the worst ones. And even though it's not that bad, you don't think it's bad until you fight the bird boss and one of those stuns spawns on you and you can't get away from tornado and you die. That's when it's bad. And so now you're mad. So just don't run it. You don't have to run it. You're so good against everything else. You don't have to run tether. You don't have to run gobbles of blood pools. The only two that are ones you got to stay away from is the expanding circle area that explodes and pops, because whenever it does that, even at level 1, it will take you for half your health every single time. And you are a health-based character. All your skills are health-based. You don't want to do that. You never want to do the exploding circle because it's too big, too wide, takes too much time. It eats all your time trying to avoid it. It sucks. And then this one is also bad. The gobbles that actually go over your head and then crash down, they're really not that bad at level 1. At level 1, I would call them like a 4 out of 10. They're not bad. There's just that you don't have to. Like there's better options that you can take. 9 times out of 10, there's usually a better option. Like, for example, Corrupted Blood. Corrupted Blood is excellent. Flask, that's excellent. Flash charges, that's excellent. Mana regeneration, life regeneration, all of those are great. So I would rather take any of those over the physical damage gobble blood thing. But if you have no choice and all the other ones suck, then it's okay to take that. It's just the circle one and this one suck. And always deal critical hits, obviously, but that's for obvious reasons. Most people know that. So level 10, obviously I'm not going to choose that. I was just clicking in so people saw it, but I went for the Stormcaller Runes level 3 because this fight isn't going to last long. The bird is already dead. All of this, everything you do in this in order to actually beat this and farm it is based off the bird. If you know how to kill the bird and you know how to stampede away from everything, I'm not stampede away, I'm sorry. Shield away, then you're fine. Over. Okay. So I hit After Effect or Aftershock. So because I hit Aftershock, he was just dead. Didn't have to do anything. Aftershock killed him. So we'll do it one more time to kind of show you. So basically you do all the bosses the same. You walk right up to him, Hammer of the Gods, and then Sunder. And by the time the Sunder is, the boss can be hit, the Sunder is halfway in the air and they're dead. So halfway in the air, boom, dead. He got killed by the Lacerate. I didn't even get a chance to actually hit him for the Sunder. He was already dead. This boss is easy. He's crazy easy. He has a baby that pops out and the baby does damage to you, but who cares? But basically he has one move that is an earthquake with spikes on the ground. You want to stand in the areas where the spikes aren't at because it'll explode and deal a ton of damage. If you have elemental resistance lowered, like if you have it at level 2, it can kill you. So just bear mind of that. But 9 times out of 10, when you run into this boss, he's great. Just Hammer of the Gods, Sunder. If your Sunder still has upheaval, it may not kill him. However, it may put him in stun so that you can stun kill him. Does that make sense? So if you stun upheaval him and then it puts him into a broken stun lock, then go ahead and hit your Seismic Cry and then hit your Sunder one more time, and now the Sunder is critical and then you'll kill him. So it's just one extra step, you know what I mean? But regardless if you have upheaval on it or you don't have upheaval on it, you can still kill him. He's very easy. It's just he has one move, and that one move, just dodge it. And that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? So this run right here was like 20 minutes. 25 minutes, I think. I made it longer by talking, but I essentially wanted to show people this kind of run. And basically, I haven't gotten rid of any of the gear because I wanted to show you exactly what happens with it. All right. So we'll do this all in live time. I'm just kind of getting all the gear here. And right now, when there's no boss or anything and you've already completed the level, you can teleport out whenever you're ready. As you'll see me do here in a bit. I saw that mace and I was like, it could be something great, but I mean, it only had a +1, so I ended up getting rid of it. All right, so now I'm gonna teleport out and look at all my gear here. That's all I do. I don't want to fast forward it, because if I fast forward it, you would think that maybe I took some of the things that I got out of my inventory or something like that. I want you to see exactly what you can get. So go to him, you can control left click on him and he'll automatically identify everything. So this is me, I'm just throwing everything away that I don't want or don't like. I don't know what's good on some of the classes that I don't play. So I know dexterity, fire, and lightning is good. That's pretty obvious. So I keep some of the stuff, but most of it I throw away. I'm just trying to make some room. So what's good about the temple is that not only does it give you, 20 exalts per run, it also gives you gold. Because all of the corrupted gear that it gives you is trash. So you just sell it for gold and you don't have to feel bad about it and you don't have to think about it because it's gonna be trash. It's hard to get corrupted with 2 to 3 sockets and be good. Does that make sense? It's too many options. It's never gonna be good. The chances of you actually getting a corrupted item from this and it actually be good is so like, it is like 0.00001%. Like, bro, it is so, I don't care how much rarity find you have, it's not gonna happen. It's very, very rare. So it's hard to get that. So because of that, 9 times out of 10, it's just gold, bro. Just sell it. It's great. You make so much money. You make all your money, all your golds, and you can get maps from it. It's stupid. And you get Val Orbs. Oh, cool. So I got a pair of Thunderstep boots. I don't know what those are, but that's because of the item rarity finder. So if you ever wondered what rare finder does, that's what it does. It increases the chance of you finding uniques. All right, so I'm just gonna leave out of here. There is an Alva in that teleport town. It's just that sometimes she won't allow you to do the currency exchange. So I'd rather just go to my hideout. This is my hideout. It looks like my Path of Exile hideout. I didn't really do much to it. I just basically just did this. It's very straightforward. So I just sell all the stuff that's corrupted. As you can see, it's going to be all trash. It's very hard to be corrupted and be good because you can't socket it no more. It's corrupted, so it's just trash. So that to make some room. That's corrupted too, so it's also trash, but you disenchant that one. That way you can get a chance orb, a chance shard, I mean. That's also trash. I may have held it a little bit longer, but whatever. So you do the currency exchange. You say I want exalted orbs. I have. Okay. And soul core, as you can see there, that is 1 for 4.5. I do 1 for 4. Sell it. Next up, I have the soul core of Taciti. That's what dropped. It's 4.5, so I say 2 for 9. Sell it. And then next, you have Victorious Fate. Now, let's talk about Victorious Fate and the other ones. So each part of it is 9 gold or 8 to 9 gold, and then the main part of it, well, it's not really main part, the left side of it is like 20 gold. So if you don't have your 4th ascendancy, then go ahead and keep them so that you can fight the boss at the end. The Trial Master is not a hard boss fight. You just can't melee him. You have to stay away because he has this little thing that hits the ground and it spreads. And if it touches you, it will kill you. I don't care how strong you are. It doesn't matter. It'll just kill you. So he's an easy boss. Is he super easy? Yeah. He doesn't really require much. It's just that he takes too much time. You can run an entire trial and the time that it takes you to fight that boss, and he doesn't drop anything that great. And you just spent 40 exalts just to fight him for no reason. And there's no point. So I would much rather just sell everything. Let everybody else fight him. And that's not your bag. Your bag is making money, going back, doing it again, making money, going back, doing it again. Sometimes you'll get the main piece, and that main piece gives 20 exalts. And then you already have 13. So 13 plus 20 is 33. So now you made 33 exalts in 20 minutes. Or you made 20 exalts if you got one of their baby pieces, which is what this one is. This is the cheaper of the pieces, the cheapest piece. So this is going to be your low end. but you still sell it. So now look at you. You got 8, 4, and 9. So 12 and 9 is 21. So just like that, you just got 21 Exalts. And we added to what we already had, we have 22 Exalts. Plus you have Chaos Orbs, plus you have 3 Vol Orbs. It's stupid, bro. There's no reason to do anything else. It took 20 minutes. All you have to do is master the bird boss and then run the bunker. Like if you want a full breakdown of how this build works and the bunker build and how you level up to it, I'll link it because it'll come out with the same video. So basically I'll link the full detail and breakdown of how I do my build. And I'll link them together. That way you know, like, okay, how do I do this build? This build is very easy. It's very simple. It doesn't need all the fancy stuff that I have. You don't need any of that. All you need is to have your elemental resistance capped. You need to have your chaos resistance somewhat capped. You need to be like 74, 73, somewhere in that area. And then you also need a shield with a very high block chance, and you need over 50% armor. That's it. That's a very simple build. I had that at like level 70. 70, 75, 80. Once you get into about 80, you can do this. So this isn't meant to be like early level. This is how you in-game farm. You don't do maps. You can leave maps to everyone else. That is not your game because the maps are too big for you to traverse. You're too slow. So because of that, you do this. It's very easy. It's very relaxed, very peaceful. Nobody really threatens you. You add rarity fun, you see more rare mobs, but outside of that, that's pretty much it. And you just kind of run this over and over again and you make all this money and then you can buy whatever you want. So yeah, just share that with the world. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for me or any details of the build, I'm not sure, there's no path to builder here yet, but I go over my build in detail on the video that's gonna come out with it that I'm getting ready to upload after this, but I figured I might as well stream this, that way it helps a lot of people. And yeah, I hope this helps. I hope it helps you with Warrior Titan, especially if you're running the bunker build like I do. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, gonna like button. If you really like it, I'm gonna subscribe. I love you either way. Take care, all the best, and bye. I will see you next time. Peace. I know it's a little different, but I figured I'd do it this way. Bye.